Hello friends, have a good time. We are at your service with Shabnameh. I think that's enough. We are in a time where a ceremony is held for more than 10 days, in which, Iranians, and many others, who, like them, see the issues, beat their heads and chests for a character in these ceremonies, and they remember him. Some people are now talking about the events that happened in those years, and the works that His Excellency Hussein ibn Ali accomplished in one event. Some are talking about what lessons we should learn from that event, and from that day in history. At the same time, a wave also starts every year in the virtual space, the cybers on Twitter. With all their might, they start to create doubts, make fun of, destroy, and do everything they can, so that even one person among Iranians, even if it happens, will hesitate about this matter. All these discussions aside, sir, what is this enmity about? Do they have a problem with him? Or we, the Iranians, have misunderstood something for 1,400 years, and they are trying to mock us, insult our sanctities, in the virtual space. They want us to understand this. Or not. Hussein ibn Ali is establishing an event today. That event has blessings for Iranians, that productions should be used, in order to separate the hands of Iranians from this flag, so that they do not benefit from these blessings. Could this be the third? That is, some possible events in the geography of our region are affected by the common share we have with others regarding the word of Hazrat Sayyid al-Shohada. It is possible that these events, in the geography of our region, are happening because of this. Okay. If this is the case, so all those who, in these years, relentlessly attack this thinking, and this ceremony, and these 10 nights, there are soldiers and an army against Iranians. Sir, can it be like this? We want to go check it out. Everyone, in this matter, in this program, at this time and when we want to put in the program, emotions. Brought with him, come on, get out. Excuse me. I apologize. These nights are part of that night of emotions. I say without pretension. Whoever brings emotions with him, we will turn off the lights, he should go out. We want to talk with logic here. We want to talk about the present tense. Then let's find out, what is behind the curtain of relentless attacks that, especially these days, are hitting our beliefs in the virtual space. I will start the discussion. A book written, in previous years, under the title, Shiite Geopolitics, by François Toll, Sir. Those who, these days, in cyberspace, see the relentless attacks on the religion of Islam, see the Shia religion, see Imam Hussein, then, they are Iranians, they are in the middle of these bombings, they should read this book. Then do they understand what is happening? And why are they hitting us? Why are our beliefs being attacked? When you read this book, they will come again, on the earth itself, to prove to you that God, al-Bayt, Imam Hussein, religion, the Prophet, and all this is a lie. You are just realizing that, sir. What a wide hat they want to put on your head, Iranian. With these arguments, with these debates, they will create doubt in it, attack this belief and make fun of it. We want to go and read a part of the book. We will be a little surprised. Then we will come back. I have special tips, I will tell you. The Shiite world is waking up after centuries of sleep and division. And in front of the Western world, it has rebelled. Sir, what is he saying? He says, the world of Shiites, those who have a common belief, in the field of religion, those who believe in Hazrat Sayyid al-Shohada, he says, for years, these were hit, shrunken, decomposed, this way, that way. They fell asleep, they were humiliated. But now they are waking up. They wake up, what are they doing? Sir, they have, for example, they encroach on the lands around them. They take a piece of its soil, they attack this one piece. No, he says, the issue is beyond these. Against the West, they stood up. Once, 1,400 years ago, they had Hussein ibn Ali, who stood up against the ruler of the greatest empire of his time. They are doing the same thing with the West now. Let's see the continuation. The apparent program of the Shia religion is to live in anticipation of the return of the absent Imam, along with the struggle for justice on earth. I have to make an edit on these conversations that they are saying, because, they are a few years behind the game that is happening right now. We are talking now when we are talking, according to what they say, that the Shia religion has started a game and has come forward, centered on a person named Hussein ibn Ali. After 1,400 years, based on these, it has settled on the energy centers of the world. Now, I am reading a text for you. It says it comes from Bahrain, it reaches Iran, Syria, and other places, which is very surprising. He misunderstood this game. A few years behind us. Why? Because he says Shia. Now, our problem is not Shia or Sunni anymore. It's been a long time since we passed this story. Most of those in Palestine, in these recent conflicts. From these youths and their teenagers, they got involved with the Zionists, and fighting, and were martyred. The movie released from it says, I learned courage, bravery, and from Hussein ibn Ali. He says, I want to do something. From this, they are taking a role model. Palestinians, now, on the Arba'in walk, they have a procession. Sunnis have a procession. They are doing the ceremony themselves. We have passed this issue for a long time. One step, this game, has gone higher. The West feels that it is on the side of something called Shia. We are playing one step higher. But anyway, nothing is different in their game model. On the eve of Muharram, every year, relentlessly, with all their might, they are attacking Hazrat Hussein bin Ali in the Persian-speaking world. Why? Because of the text that I will read for you in the following. Shiites, although compared to other religions, I will remind you of this now. Some friends may say, Sir, here he says Shia. What does it have to do with Iranian me? Some who are under the influence of the media bombings of the traitors to the homeland, may say this. Dear heart. He uses the word Shia here. But he says, this is a new game, a new geography, and a new model, centered on Iran, which is not defined within the borders of Iran. Every person who is added to his camp, as if one person is joining the Iranians. In line with the common interests of the nations. This is the discussion. The concern they have about us today, and the discrediting they are doing, is about this. Let's go and read the rest of an article together, about this same Shiite geopolitics. Although Shiites are not a significant population compared to other Islamic religions. Due to their geographical distribution in West Asia, they have found a unique position from the point of view of geopolitics. Currently, Shiites form the largest religious group in West Asia, among the countries of Iran, the Republic of Baku, Bahrain, Iraq and Lebanon. Sir, I have a question for you. What are they doing in these years? In the country of Iraq, Iran, Baku, Lebanon and Bahrain. In Baku, they are trying to take people's religious beliefs from them. He should separate you from Shia. Why? Because Shiite geopolitics must be broken. It does not allow mourning. You should not put banners on the street. You should not bring a flag. Black clothes, if you can, you will stop them from wearing them. What is he doing in Iraq, Lebanon, etc.? There, he can't attack the Shia religion now, he will do something else. They are trying to discredit Iran as a country that the West today recognizes as the flag bearer of Shia. He takes Shia where he can. Where it is not possible, Iran, which they feel is the flag bearer, discredits this geopolitics. What is he doing in the center of Iran? He is working on discrediting among Iranians, to destroy their beliefs. Sir, he who is educated, he who is a reasonable person, but does not accept my words, should think about this. The blow to the beliefs of Iranians, at this stage of the game, is in line with serving the history of Iran. Or in the direction of serving Saudi Arabia, America, and the Zionist regime, and those who have been challenged against Iran in the vastness of West Asia. It is the second. Very clearly the second. If you have doubts, I will read the rest of the article, stay with me. In addition to all this, they are also present as a minority in other countries of the region. In this regard, it is noteworthy that there is a kind of geographical continuity among the Shiite populations of the West Asian region, especially in the Persian Gulf countries. Currently, Iran with Bahrain, and Bahrain with Saudi Arabia have geographical connections. A thing that the historical and cultural background has aggravated. Let's read the rest together. He says, if we want to leave these aside, we have Shiite populations, some of which are minorities in the countries and some of which are the majority. We are also witnessing the Shiite governments, which has increased the importance of this geopolitics in West Asia. Gives an example. He says, the Shiite government of Iraq, the Alevi government of Syria, these caused the expansion of this geography of power to increase. It includes from the Persian Gulf to Shamat and the shores of the Mediterranean Sea. Sir, I have a question. Why was the Syrian government involved in the crisis these few years? Because Mr. Dr. Mr. Ophthalmologist, President Bashar, he is a dictator. Bro. For example, do we have more dictators than Saudi Arabia in this world? Why was he not involved in the crisis? No. Because that is the nest of Takafiris. Takafiris. Okay, I accept. They have nothing to do with themselves. Why was Turkey not involved in the crisis? Why was Jordan not involved in the crisis? Why that one? Sir, why is there resistance in geography? These crises happen. Because when you check their books, he says, these are the groups that are together, they are hitting us. What should I do? We have to involve its geography in the crisis. We have to play with his livelihood. We have to attack its culture. You have to work with his lifestyle. You have to take his beliefs from him. In a way that the next generation will be suspicious of everything. Why? Because of the continuation of the text that I am reading for you. From the geographical point of view, the power of their discourse, that is, the discourse of resistance, has exceeded the religious geographical boundaries today. And it includes Sunni actors including Hamas. That was exactly what I meant. I said you started a game, he says. I have a discussion with everyone in the world. I'm not talking about Iran, sir. To say, there is a character in his own country that I am proud of. I am also proud of my history. I am proud of my identity. I am proud of everything myself. I have something, this is beyond my nationality. Why? Because I want all of you to understand this, regardless of your skin color, any nationality, any religion, any attitude, any thought, any race you are. Let's gather next to me, under a new flag, with a trans-Iranian character. The character of Imam Hussein. Not my words. In the report, he says, he started this game. He has come forward, he has come forward. We see now, Hamas, Sunni, is playing in this field. Sir, what is the danger of it? Why are you worried? Why are you saying these things? He says that, in the West Asian region, we are witnessing that, in a general framework, every agent in this space benefits from discourse affinity with others, and every behavior has an effect on the behavior of others. Sir, what do you mean by what you said now? I can do it simply if I want, that is, he says. There are different governments here. Iran came and gave his hand to that one, and that one also gave his hand to that one, joined with that one. Sunni also joined with him. They became a group together. Now they understand that they can play a wonderful game. Then, he says, we, the governments that we set up in the region aligned with us. These have revolutionaries in front of them. Those revolutionaries, traces of the spirit of resistance that the Iranians have breathed into the region, with the thinking of Hossein bin Ali, can be seen among them. Sir, to be seen among them, what is scary about it? Nothing. If, for example, they overthrow Saudi Arabia, there is a 99% probability that they will agree more with them than with us. If, for example, a revolution occurs, he overthrows such and such a place, he will be more motivated by these than by us. Sir, do you understand what the story is? What are they up to? You look every year, you see that, when Muharram arrives, as if they opened the door of the chest, the Yazid army with its Persian-speaking slaves poured insults on Twitter. What are you burning from? What hurts you? Why are you attacking this character after 1,400 years? Because he says, sir, maybe I was able to make 1 to 2 people hesitant towards this belief. Stop this progressing path. Do you doubt? Come with me, let's read the rest of it. He says, once we were sitting and talking, based on what Abdullah Jordani said, and Saud al-Faisal said, and Hosni Mubarak said, under this title, that Iran has come to start a Shiite crescent. Then he says, when you look at it now, it is no longer the issue of the Shiite crescent of Iran and Syria, Iraq and Lebanon to some extent, as they used to say. In the geography of Shiite power, it has succeeded in finding friends from the Sunnis. Today in the geography of Shiite power, Sunni Hamas will be an important element. These are Shiites, but at the top of their parliament, they put a Sunni group called Hamas. There are others, we cannot talk about the rest of them at the moment, until the time comes. What is bothering them? He says, once upon a time when we were talking, they had a critical geopolitics, there is no place for resistance anymore. And the atmosphere of resistance has replaced it. And every movement based on resistance in the region leads to increasing their strength. He says, he who is a Sunni now wants to play, he wants to play, and others like this. If the critics look, it is for the benefit of these. What should we do, sir? Nothing. Wow, look. If someone in Egypt dares to say, I want to make a revolution, in 2011 to 2010. We will bring a disaster on him, we will bring a disaster on his country, so that no one dares revolution. What should we do? If someone dares to talk about the revolution in Libya in 2011 to 2010, we will somehow cut his country into 1,000 pieces, so that no one dares to talk about the revolution again. Sir, what should we do with this government and this geography that you say was formed? Nothing. Wait, look. Tunisia. If someone dares to talk about the revolution in 2010-2011, we will raze it to the ground, so that no one in the region will talk about the revolution. Why? He says, because they played a model. Anyone who says something critical will be praised on the playground. When Hamas is talking, it is defined in their playground. The same in Syria, the same in Lebanon, the same in Iraq, the same in Arabia, the same, and elsewhere. Comrades. Today it is Hussein bin Ali's headquarters in Iran. The Islamic Republic is a sanctuary. If some people went to Iraq and Syria to protect the shrines, it is obligatory for us and we must protect this shrine. Every year, for 10 days from history, Imam Hussein would stand in the middle of the main street of the world, with his Iranian friends. After they covered the whole city in black, he would destroy the Yazidi father. In line with whose interests? In line with the interests of the nations of the region, Iranians, Iraqis, Palestinians, Syrians, Lebanese, anyone who stands by our flag. Today, it is because they are afraid of us. It is for this reason that they beat the character of Hussein bin Ali. It is because they are discrediting it. I never imagined the most special word about Imam Hussein, among all these scholars, great elites, writers, historians and others. A football reporter, namely Javad Kiabani. Come, let him say this. Not long ago, he said a sentence, under the title, when Imam Hussein shouted, "Is there anyone who can help me?" He did not say this sentence for that day. Okay. That day it was clear that there is no one to help him. Everyone is standing in front of you. And your tents are on fire. And your companions are the roll of the earth. Who should stand up and come to defend you? Or at all, there is no one. No. At all, he did not say this sentence for that day. He said this sentence for the future of history. Comrades, who is willing to come and stand by me? A procession has formed along history, next to this sentence. Today, he created a geography in the region, making them nervous. He says, the page turns, someone protests, it will be defined in their favor. Today, a multinational camp has been launched in Iraq. He is doing his street camping with 20 million people in Arbain. And this means, Hussein has won the game. And the Iranians have been with him at this stage of the game. Saudi dogs lost the field to us. Yazid's money, from his Farsi languages, to his Arabic languages, to those who are multinational in Iraq and Syria, they all lost the game. The emperors lost the game to us. In the field, we have to return the sheet in the virtual space, and we will return it with the help of Hazrat Allah. In one sentence, let's protect our winning card in this area with all our power, we will win the game. By the sanctity of the blood of the martyrs and his apocalyptic companions, defeat will be imposed on anyone who stands before us until the morning of the Day of Judgment. I don't have any other points. If you have any points, please send them in the form of a message. It will help this report to be more complete with your message. Dear friends, I am very sincere, I have a lot of devotion, have a good time.